This conference will now be recorded.
To analyze the test scenario and to find out the defects.
Okay. Yes, we create the test cases so that we find defects. Okay. We also started discussing about how to design a test case, how to design a scenario from the requirement. What is requirement? Gayatri, what is requirement? Swapna, Urvashi, Vedika. Who will give us a requirement? In short,
Client.
yes, client requirement, whatever the business need he has or whatever the thought process they have in their mind. Okay, we want this application. It should do this job for me. Okay, something they might be doing it manually for now. Something they want a application, maybe any portal they want, something Amazon, they want to sell some items online and they want application which will do that all things. So they will have some business purpose or their internal use. Okay, for that they may ask, okay, they may give the requirement, set of requirements to develop a application. The requirements are given by the clients. They give these details saying that okay, do or develop this application with these features. Then we are going to, okay, so then we are going to create a test scenario from the requirement. Okay, so now what is scenario? Scenario is one liner description about what we are going to test. Scenario is what we are going to test for a particular requirement. We write a scenario. Yes, what we are going to test is nothing but a scenario. And what is a test case? Test case is in detail. Test case will have steps which will give the direction or path what to perform. The steps will have actions to perform. It is called as steps or actions. What actions we have to take at a particular step. So each step by step instruction is given in these steps so that we are able to test this objective of the test scenario of test case. What is test case ID? The test case ID is a test case name which is unique. It will start from TC0102. The number will increase. Then we give a module and then we give some details about the test case. Okay, it is a test case related to login or test case related to sign up, test case related to place order. So some details we provide so that the test case ID is unique and we should be able to understand. Or if I develop others, or if I develop means if I write this test case ID others, like Urvashi joined the team now, then she should be able to understand what this test case will do, what I have to write next, because we do not want her to again write the same test case, right? If you have multiple team members, everyone should understand what is completed, what needs to be done. To give that clarity, just with test case name, everyone should understand, okay, this test case is covering this thing, so let me not write those things, let me cover other things for the test case that I'm going to design. So this we do in the designing phase. When we do the designing phase, it is initially, right, just before we execute, or the application is not even ready, we do designing of the test cases, so that once we get application to test, we will have test cases to execute. Test cases to execute means all these actions we are going to perform: launch a URL, sign in, input a username. So these steps we are going to perform in the execution phase. Before that we write. Okay, fine. Now what is the process of testing? We have discussed, right? What is the process of testing? Who will be able to explain process of testing, what we do? Understand the requirement analysis.
Planning.
Then
Planning
yes,
analysis.
Planning and
yes, planning, then understand, then design.
Design.
Implementation and execution.
Mhm.
And then we have implementation.
implementation and execution.
Execution.
Okay,
Evaluating exit criteria and reports and results.
yes, we are going to
Evaluate.
evaluate and report.
Exit criteria and report and result. And text closure.
And close testing.
Yes. Okay, this is test process. What is mean by test process? The process of testing, what each step, each action we are going to perform at each step. Okay, these are the different steps we have in the process of testing. Okay, so we know that we are going to first do the planning, management will do. Then we have requirement understanding, that is requirement understand or requirement analysis. Then we do the designing. So we are talking about designing means test case design. Okay, the QA will do the test case design. QA will understand the requirements, what is requirement. Okay, in this not only test case, test the scenario also, test the scenario and test case design, right? Then in the implement and execution phase, we are going to test it actually. Okay, right? So in the implementation and execution, we are going to test. So when we test, we get the test results. So test result is either it is pass or fail. Okay, when we say pass or fail, when we test it, then we say that it is pass or fail. Okay, consider that we have this test case and we are testing. Initially we have done just the design. Okay, designing is done. Then in the testing phase, the test implementation phase, we are going to write actual results. So what actually we are able to see? Suppose this, you are able to launch the URL. We write this URL, user is able to, okay, able to see the, or user is able to launch a URL. Okay, it is working fine, is able to. So all actual results we write in present tense. Okay, all actual results we write in present tense. And if we are able to meet, what is, okay, now actual results are matching, so we will write it is pass. Okay, then we click on a sign in button. So after you click on a sign in button, it is working. Then user is able to click on a sign in button. Okay, so this is pass or fail.
It is pass.
Pass. Okay, pass or fail. How we are going to decide? If expected and actual are matching, means both are same, then it is pass. Okay, now we are expecting that user should be able to input a username. This is also working. User is able to input username. Pass or fail?
Pass.
Pass.
Okay, pass. Correct, Vedika. Okay. Now, for example, we are not able to input a password. User is not able to input password. Pass or fail?
Fail.
Fail.
Right. Now, when we are saying fail, when the expected and actual is not matching. Yes, Urvashi? Right? Gayatri, Chandana, when we are saying it's fail,
Yes, not matching is fail.
okay. So when expected and actual result is not matching, then we say fail. What we say fail? Fail is we have to report it to a developer, that is as a defect, right? So what is a defect? Defect is the difference between expected and actual. Okay. So anything which is the difference, when it is not matching, means it is a difference. So whenever there is a difference or there are expected results and actual results are different, then it is a defect. Both are same means it is pass. Pass means it's working fine. We are not worried about. What we are worried about, if it is failed, whatever we are expecting, it's not working as per the expectation, means we are going to report it. So the reporting, what we do? Defect. Defect we
Defect.
report. So what is the defect now? Can we have some answers?
It is mismatching.
Expected result is not matching with actual one.
Yes. What two things are mismatching? That also we have to mention in the answer. So the difference between, okay, mismatch is very informal word. Okay, formal is the difference. Mismatch, if we say, it's very informal. Okay, mismatch for a color mismatch we say, or some other things we can say, but for the formal things we have to give the answer it as the difference between expected and actual is the difference. Okay, yes. So mismatch is also correct, but formally what it is the difference between the two things, which is expected result and actual result. Okay, so when we are going to report these in the implementation, so in this implementation and execution, we are going to report the defect. So for the failures in the application that we find, we report defect. The failures in the application that we find and we give as a defect. Then what is evaluate and exit criteria? It is when to stop the testing. Okay, we do the testing, it goes on for a month. Okay, consider it is for 2 weeks we are testing. After 2 weeks of testing, then we will decide, okay, when to stop. If all the test cases we tested, everything is fine, then we close the testing. Okay, we see the results overall, what is the result, and then we will think about, right, then we will think about closing. So exit criteria is about closing, and when we close it, we are going to give a report. Okay, so now what is a report? The report will be like this. Okay, so let us, defect is the report. So in the report, our main thing is to give the defect, list of defect. Okay, then we will have the defect id. Okay, defect id generally is your project 01, 02, 03, like this. These are the Jira IDs. Okay. Defect ID. Then we have a defect description. Okay. For the defect, what is a defect? User is not able to input a password. This is a defect, right? Defect is this we found in the testing. So we are going to write user is not able to input a password. Okay, the password field is not available and this. So that is a defect. In the test cases, we will have multiple test cases, right? We will have hundreds of test cases. Yes or no? How many test cases we will write? 50, 100?
1500.
Hello. Rajni,
Yes.
I have a question. Like, why is it fail? Because in this user should be able to input the password.
Why it is fail?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
good.
why it is fail?
Okay, now
Like
I
that in the
am
class
testing.
also.
Okay, Amazon is already tested. Okay, it will work. If I input a username password, it will work. For example, any new application we are testing. Okay, any new application which is like not developed. Okay, and we are launching that page and we want sign in button to be displayed. The sign in button is not displayed. So we are assuming for now that there is the defect. Okay, we are assuming that this issue is there. So once we click on a sign up, there is no password option. Okay, once we click on a login, okay, there is no option displayed to input a password. We are assuming that. Okay, so here we are inputting something but it is not taking. Okay, we are providing input but it is not taking. It is just we are assuming. Okay, in the testing
Okay.
we may find defects like this. I mean, got it?
Okay. Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
so then if this is not allowing or login is not working, okay, something we are able to input but overall login is not working. Login is not working means we are going to say it as a fail, right? It's not working, that is fail. Fail means defect. So in the test case execution, we will be able to find some failures in the application. So now if I test Amazon application or any other application, you will not find any defect because it is already tested. It is available in the market. Okay, it is like many times, multiple times, it is already tested. There are very few defects or no issues at all because they already did that. But when we test an application for a first time, there will be so many issues. Login will not work, add to cart will not work, payments will not work, some types of payments will not work. There will be lot many issues that we will be able to find. Okay, got it? Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
In this defect identifying section, in that defect discrimination, if we can apply formula, then it will be much more easier. Can we do that, or we need to retype it again and again?
Okay, the user is not able to input a password. This one you
Mm.
want to take exactly here.
Yeah, if we can copy it from the earlier segment, applying
Fine.
equals to, then it will be easier. Or do we need to retype it again?
No,
Because
not
if
need. You
mm,
are using
mm,
Excel, not needed to type it again. Okay, you can just filter out on the defect also. Okay, in the column list,
mhm,
if you add a filter, now after
mhm,
100 cases, you just add a filter with the
mm,
filter. What we will add? Only the defect. Okay, wherever
mhm,
is the defect, I want only those
mhm,
rows, and then copy that. It's okay. You can do
mm.
that. What we want,
Okay.
right? At the
Mm-hmm.
end, all whatever you will have, so you will have suppose some results. Okay, some multiple rows will be there. So all rows
Mm-hmm.
you copy and give it in the defect tab, and just
Okay.
numbers you drag and drop, increment, done.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that means how it is easy for us, we can apply that thing.
Yes, overall,
Okay.
however you do it, but defect is separate sheet.
Mm-hmm.
In the
Okay.
separate sheet, we maintain to give it as a report. Everyone will bother about defect only, guys. In the QA, if we are testing 100 test cases and there are 2 defects, so everyone will bother about or ask about the defect only, not the pass ones. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
everyone like managers or the clients, everyone will ask about what is a failure, what is a defect, what is a defect, show me that or give us that. Then we have to give this defect. So in the phase of report, what we provide? The defect report. Right? We actually provide entire test case also, scenario also, but everyone will look at a defect report. Okay, so we will write it test case result with defects. This report we send to client and developer, manager, everyone. Okay. Yes. Fine. Is it okay? Okay, overall testing process is clear. Okay, now write test cases. Okay, can you write test cases? So test case for registration, everyone completed this. What will be your steps? Can you share in the chat? What are the steps for the user is able to register as a new user with valid mobile number? Can you write it if not done? Yes.
Are you talking about expected results?
Yes. Results, steps, yes. Okay. Will you be able to write yes, no? Okay, try everyone. Okay, I'll give 2 minutes. Everyone write it. Able to write it? Yes. Fine, we have answers. Very good. Okay, so we have answer. When we click on register page, should open, enter valid phone number, click on a sign up. Okay, expected result, Amazon homepage should be displayed. Okay, Jay sign up button, verify email ID, confirm email, user should enter valid username, password. Okay, good. Expected result, Amazon homepage displayed. Okay, home page should be displayed, sign in page should be displayed. Okay, Sabhi. Vedika, user should be able to input user mobile number, input password. Okay, yes, we have answers. Okay, good everyone. Okay, so first we are going to launch a URL, then sign up. Okay, after we sign up, third is input a valid mobile number. Okay, or a email, anything is fine. So valid mobile number, if sign up is with valid mobile number, we will input a mobile number. Then after we input a mobile number, we have to verify the mobile number, right? So it will be input a mobile number, expected result at each step, URL should be launched. Okay, click on a sign up. Sign up, new user registration should be displayed. We always write should be in the expected. Input valid mobile number, user should be able to input mobile number. Okay, then Click on get verify number, right? And then user should be able to input a OTP and verify. Able to verify number. Okay. We can write in detail also. Verify mobile number. Should be able to input OTP and verify mobile number. Then after mobile number is verified, user has to set a password. Okay, these are the steps. Now if you ask me what are the steps, how we are proceeding with these steps, okay, so you can see this. If you are signing up for the new user, what it will ask? First name, okay, mobile number, then option, then okay, password it is asking. Okay, we will write, look at this and write it. Okay, after sign up, input mobile number. Before this we have one more step. Okay, third step is input username. Okay, user should be able to input username. Okay, this is step 4. Then after mobile number, email is optional. Set a password. Okay, there is no verify thing available actually. There is a input password. User should be able to input a password. Okay, then after that continue. Click on continue. User is created. Okay, after continue it will ask for a mobile number verification, OTP verification, and it will complete. Okay, you can write it. So test case is all the steps, in between steps, the steps we write in the sequence. So we should not skip any of the steps. Okay. Okay, so now everyone create test cases, 5 test cases for Amazon application. So what will be the 5 test cases? 5 test cases for mobiles to search, okay, and add to cart, place a order. For these 3 operations, around 5 test cases you have to write. Okay, this is assignment for tomorrow. You can write it in the same format.
Can you repeat it once again? Task for
Okay,
tomorrow.
as for tomorrow, I'll write it here. Okay, write test cases. Okay, one is search mobile. Okay, so search mobiles. In this you can search for iPhone or any Android phone. Okay, and then the search results are displayed. Then second test case you can write on a add to cart. Okay, then in this, user is able to search an item and then add to cart. In the cart, it should be displayed with the description, with all the details. Okay, simple. And then you can write about a place order. Separate test case you can write in the place order. So whatever the items are available in the cart, user should be able to place an order with those items. Total amount should be calculated and amount is deducted based on the payment card is selected and done, right? All the steps how Amazon has from the like this functionality related you can write. Okay, how these functionalities are implemented in Amazon, you can write it in the same fashion. Simple, right? Everyone, will you be able to write, guys?
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
You think
Yes.
so? Yes, try it again, we will discuss. Okay, if not, we will discuss for sure. Okay.
Priya, I have a doubt. In defect section, in the comment section, if it is fail only, we'll write defect.
Yes, in the fail only we'll write defect. Yes. Okay. Okay, so this is simple assignment on creating the test cases. Fine. Now, in this you have to assume some tests, some defects also. What you have to assume? Assume some defects.
Product is not adding to cart.
Yes. So you can assume a defect like some phones or some category of items you are not able to search. Okay. Okay. Some type of items not able to search. And this is a one defect you can assume. And one more
Can't able to place the order.
yes, you can assume anything or place order with credit card option not working. Okay, debit card is working, other UPI pays or PayPal or some other are working, but credit card option is not working. Okay, so consider these two defects and create one test case you can pass. Okay, one test case you can pass it, one is like few you can assume. Why we have to assume is we will have defects for sure. If I give you examples like everything working fine, and once you get into the role and you are testing and you say everything is pass, then it's a bad, okay, that person is going to be a worst QA. If you say everything working and something doesn't work, then people will raise a question, what did you do that, what did you test? So we always have to assume there are defects. We cannot assume that there are no defects. Things will not work how it is expected. For sure it will not work, there will be so many issues. And if we pay attention to details and test it with all possible options, okay, when we test it with all the payment options we have, then somewhere it will fail. If we just check with one payment with debit card only and it works, and we assume that okay, credit card will also work, it is not the right. So QA has to test all possible options available so that we are able to find defects in any of those scenarios. So we can have defects in any of those scenarios. For that we have to find. Okay, then in this place order you can write three test cases. One test case is for a debit card, okay, one for a credit card, okay, one for a other PayPal option or something like that you can consider. And in this debit, which one, credit card one, that test case will fail, these two will pass, right? Able to understand?
Yes.
Okay, how the three different test cases we are going to create for a place order? Because that is different payment option, because end user can place a order using any payment option, so all available options should work. If your application is showing, if your Amazon is showing four options, so you have to test all four. If you show only one, you will test it only one. All right, yes, okay, any questions on this?
Priya, have to assume and write the test cases for tomorrow assignment.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, have to assume these defects and write the test cases. Okay,
Okay, thank you, Priya.
okay, it is very simple.
Are we done for today's class, Priya?
Yes, any questions? Open for questions. No? No questions? Okay, thank you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye, Priya.
Tomorrow at the same time, right, Priya?
Yes, same.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Priya.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, guys.